letter from Dan Dodge. Dan Dodge, portrayed by motion picture and stage star Myron McCormick. Dan Dodge, the most daring private eye, reveals to you his most private crime letter.
Could this be?
It is.
You mean it's
Shout it, girl. Say it proudly for all the world to hear.
Daniel D. Dodge Detective Agency?
That is a nice ring.
Oh, Dan, we're back in business again. You're perfect.
My old leering loathsome self.
Oh, they released you from the mental the rest home. Oh, Dan, your nervous breakdown is officially repaired. You're
By
perfectly...
the narrowest margins, I escaped the hot tubs, the cold tubs, the shock treatment, and 17 graded lessons in beef stringing, sweetheart.
Oh, Dan, I'm so relieved. I feared the worst.
With good reason, Susie, but be of good cheer. I'm turning in my draped model straitjacket and starting home with an utterly unbelievable report entitled,
What, Dan?
There you have it. I thought of the Roman home keeper, but it sounds Italian. The rambling bungalow has architectural connotations. The hothouse keeper has a nice ring, but still and again the only flowers involved were the forget-me-nots I embroidered on a doily while incarcerated here. So, for the moment, let's just tag this the Preposterous keeper. Greetings, little one. Well, don't give me the fish eye. I'm perfectly normal. See? My discharge papers.
Well, all right, Dan.
Hey, what's all this stuff?
Oh, I was just leaving when the phone rang, Dan. I was going to visit you.
Dotty Dimple, paper doll cut out. Little Wonder, cowboy color book. Flopsy, Mopsy, and Peter go camping.
Just something for you to do, Dan.
Oh, take them back. No, on second thought, put them in the file cabinet. In this racket, those are something that sooner or later you can use. Are you ready, my little prom girl?
Yes, sir.
To Elmo Follensby. Dear Elmo, it has been a happy, happy day. I picked up a past $50 watching the presidents at a wedding reception, and 2 deadbeat clients had come through with checks. In short, things were going entirely too well, but who was I to ask questions? So I put my feet on the desk, opened the paper, stayed on page 1 only long enough to get my usual headache, and was turning to the sports section when something caught my eye. Escaped lunatic seeks private detective, it said. Officials at the Green Acres mental home reported today that Elmo Follensby, 28, an inmate. The strange part was yet to come.
Mary, this is Susie. Look, I'm doing one of Dan's reports. Now be a good girl and tell me how to spell preposterous. And listen, Mary, I don't want Dan to know he can use a word that throws me. So if he comes back, I'll change the subject and call you later. Uh-huh. P-R...
Well, Susie, back to Elmo and the Preposterous caper. Very truly yours. Well?
Poor Dan.
Don't sympathize, Susie. I'm perfectly okay now.
How did you ever convince them?
Roger came down and sang his duet. There was a slight rhubarb, and Herkimer resigned and went back to the Detroit Lions. Now run quick and tight while I cut out a peachy new hostess coat for Dotty Dimple.
I'm all finished, Dan. Oh,
What's the matter?
you're all finished with Dottie Dimple.
Oh, I got bored with it and decided to save it for later. She's not for me anyway. Only a kid, only one head.
Well, look, here's the letter, Dan.
You, sweetheart, are the one for me.
Dan!
Oh, you're afraid of me. You're still unconvinced. You're just like Herkimer.
Well, it's not
It is, too. You think I'm living in a dream world, that I made it all up.
Well...
Admit it, woman. Your confidence in me is shaken. Doubt is boring from within like a termite.
All right, I admit it. I'm afraid this has been too much for you, Dan.
Aha, little did you know I was prepared for this. Roger.
Good night, sweetheart, till we meet tomorrow.
No.
Good night, sweetheart, sleep well and...
Good night, Dan.
Good night, sweetheart.
Crime Letter from Dan Dodge, a White Rosenberg production written by Harold Swanton and starring Myron McCormick with Shirley Eggleston, Ralph Bell, William Redfield, Arnold Robertson, Mary Reed, John Griggs, and Boris Aplon,